technical difficulties, but we at it. Just just trying to see if the math is mathing. So, that showed how I got like 30, I think it was 32 views um on my channel. A lot of people we've been having conversation talking about this with the pushing of your channel, the views, the likes. When I go on StreamYard, I don't get as many views as I usually do. But what I need to do is start going back at a certain time every day and knowing peak hours, afternoon, I get a lot of views because a lot of people just need something to do while they're at work. Um, to the degree when it comes on in the morning, I have to, keep it around this mark time to try to see if I can get people to, stay around that same time that I normally come on at 7:45. But schedule changing at work, so I gotta adjust that. But for the most part, it's gonna be ain't gonna be too long. It's gonna be a quick one. Basically, hey, filling it out. It's Monday. Still talking about money. Still getting it together. What's your next move? You know, how much money you gonna make extra? I always pushing the 9 to 5, the 5 to 9. How we moving and grooving? You know, how what's going on, Queen in the building? A lot of times when we talk about, making more money or just being in a position to take care of things better, but it comes down to you actually doing something for yourself. Going to check out what's my best option with this job, or, see if I can make some extra money doing this over here. Because I mean, the crazy part about it is we talk about it, but we don't, kind of live it and do it. When it comes down to a lot of situations with, this industry right now, the way the political race is being ran, which is crazy. I mean, we got to have something to stand on. And us getting in a position to actually work for the greater good, a lot of us, man, I don't know, kind of like for the birds. I mean, saving money, trying to get yourself in position to, do some things better for yourself. A lot of us got to hold our stands with that, and a lot of us are not moving in the right direction. So that's what's going to hinder us going into that. You know, um, the presidency is getting a little shaky. With Biden dropping out, Kamala trying to get in there. Is that going to be really a thing? You know, is um, Obama going to endorse Kamala? He was saying no. So I mean, y'all gotta look at the politics. That is what moves the money. A lot of times people will just say, "Man, I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna do that." Man, you gotta cliche to say this, but you gotta follow the money. You know, the money has a path which it takes, and you're gonna have to follow that money in order for you to, make money. You gotta follow the money. One of my friends, we was having this discussion last night. Well, not last night, but the yesterday afternoon, and he was saying that, Democrats have a lot of things that he's interested in capitalizing off of. That's why he's voting Democrat. But don't get it twisted. You know, he's not a Republican, but he just, he think the Republican Party, their agenda is not for a lot of black people. You know, and for us to sit here and not think about our next moves, we gonna be what the old people call it, deaf, dumb, and blind. Deaf, dumb, and blind about what's going on. Because if you don't think a lot of these politicians are putting things in play to benefit themselves, man, you must be out your mind. Trump is one of them. Trump has already put things in play for him to win. Trump has already put things in play for him to win. And if you don't think he's putting things in play for him to win, he did it one time before in the election and he'll do it again. Same thing with a lot of people not looking at far as the jobs. You know, we complain about jobs not paying. Get you a better job or work two jobs. You know, go back to school. If you want to go back to school, I mean, get a trade. There's a lot of things you can do to make money. It's just a lot of people are not capitalizing on. Because the crazy part is, we're in this society now where everything has to be given to us. You know, we want everything to be given to us. We literally, excuse me, we literally want so much stuff handed to us. We want this, we want that, but who's out here working for it? Who's out here really trying to, get the stuff they want in order to, have what they want? It ain't too many people out here doing it. A lot of us out here complaining about what the government is doing to us, complaining about how we ain't getting a step ahead about stuff. Hey, who fault that is? Because as it stands, I mean, if we not looking out for us, who looking out for us? That's the bad part with a lot of us. We not looking out for ourselves. Because when it comes down to it, I guarantee you, when that money start rolling in, everybody who got an inkling, just a little bit of money, gonna start taking advantage of it. The ones that don't, they gonna cry and complain about it. They're gonna be the main ones talking about how nobody's not looking out for black people. But that's the thing. You gonna ride the wave? You better ride the wave, because as it stands, a lot of these politicians, they coming in, they finna start changing laws to benefit themselves. They finna put themselves in position to win. And a lot of times we're gonna get left in the dust because we're not working together. I got a friend, he does a lot of house flipping. He say, man, you want to get in with this with me and make some money? Cool. How many people are actually doing that for each other? Getting together and saying, hey man, we need to make this business work. We need to do this, we need to do that. Nobody's not doing it. Cause in the end, self. In the end, I get mine, you get yours. Even with this YouTube thing, showing you the numbers. Personally, I don't care about my channel. I'm just doing this just to motivate, get some people a leg up to where they can, either make a decision on making money or not. Ultimately, it's up to them, you know. But when it comes down to it, like I try to tell people, man, you can't complain about the process if you're not doing no work to make the process work. You know, a lot of us, man, we're complaining about how, we not getting stuff that we want or we need. But what are you doing to put yourself in position to win? That's my thing. A lot of people complaining about stuff, but what are you doing to put yourself in position to win? That's what I'm trying to understand. If you complaining about something, put yourself in position to win. You know, stop crying about how the government won't do this for you, the government won't do that for you. Get up and do something for yourself. Because the main people who are complaining and crying about how the government's not, having their best interest, if you stop doing more complaining about it and try to move around, you'll make things happen. That's the bad part with a lot of people complaining about the government. And it's a lot of guys I talk to. Oh man, they'll sit here and tell you all day that when it comes down to it, a lot of people are not looking out for the men. Man, y'all already know when it come down to it, it's already known that when it come down to men, what it is, man, it is what it is with us. Nobody's not coming to save you. If you worried about it, hey, you're gonna be out of luck. Look at the women. Women have a lot of men that can take care of them, and women have their fathers, uncles, everybody to fall back on. When it come down to it, a lot of men ain't gonna have no help. If you grew up in a family that you don't have a lot of support, hey, that's just gonna be one of them things, man. You gonna have an issue with. Just gonna be one of them things you're gonna have an issue with. Get this truck running. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's just gonna be one of them things, man. Cause I mean, like the whole thing of people waiting on somebody to save them. I'm not waiting on nobody. Trust me. If it come down to it, hey, if people are gonna save you, they gonna save you. I'm not waiting on nobody to save me. I'm not waiting on nobody to be there for me. It is what it is. What's going on, country? Going on, Omega, boss lady. It comes down to a point, man. All these years, it shows. You should have been saving. You should have been, even the point of marriage. A lot of people who are really smart or just to a certain extent getting into knowledge, the fastest way to build wealth is through marriage because you got two incomes instead of one. So literally, when women say my money shouldn't count in this, yeah, to an extent, your money shouldn't count because your money should be going towards investments and something else. If your money just staying in your pocket and you stashing money away to where if we ever break up, you have a nest egg. I mean, you sadly mistaken, you gonna find a guy. I mean, true be told, there are guys out here born a dime a dozen every day that kind of work with that. They'll say, man, okay, um, yeah, I take on this woman, pay all her bills, do all this stuff for her. I ain't getting nothing out of return. Young Riaz in the building. What's going on with you? And you know, oh man, no problem, no problem, man. Hey, you speaking on some real, man. Kamala, I mean, just the whole situation with that. It gets kind of rough when I mean, I'm not heavy into politics, but with the stuff I am in, I have an understanding about it. I'm not that heavy much into politics, but I do have a part because you got to have some knowledge and some things to kind of say you won't be taken advantage of. And that's where a lot of people fail to realize. I mean, they say, well, this not my fight, man. This thing is scam, it's rigged. Yeah, but to a degree, you still got to know something. Like I was telling on the other uh panel I had last time while I was talking about plumbing. I said, man, you know, Erica, if you take on this job, you can do it, but if you get somebody else to do it, then I'll just tell you the way to do it so you won't get screwed over, to a degree. And it help and benefit you. Yeah, sorry about that. Hold on. Yeah. So when it come down to it, a lot of us we not looking at this thing about the election as something that's gonna really bother us or hurt us, but financially wise, it's gonna hurt. You know, the crazy part is we not paying attention to where if they do crash the dollar, what are we gonna do? A lot of us do we have anything of value that we can sell or barter? Because like I was saying, it's gonna get to a point where it's gonna be back just like the old days where you had to use the bartering system to get by. It's gonna be with the bartering system where I have something, you have something. I'm buying seeds, buying all kind of stuff, learning these things about planting. I have to start using these barrels to collect rainwater and everything. But it's not gonna get that bad, but to the point I want to be prepared for anything, you know. And when they start going with this digital currency, uh, a lot of people are y'all looking at China. China has a social currency to where if you're not doing good, you're not being a great citizen, your social score drops. And when your social score drops, that accounts how you get approved for loans, how you're able to buy things. You can't even buy a loaf of bread if your social score is too low. So a lot of that stuff over in China, man, I mean, you got to be looking at stuff like that. Looking at the banking system over there is going crazy. What make you think that won't never happen to America? You know, this is a point where, you start looking at stuff. You don't have to be too involved, but you have to be in the know. You have to at least know some things and have an understanding like, man, this could possibly be for us. This possibly could go into a situation where this might happen in America. This might hinder us, you know. Far as with the banking, hey, if you get approved for a loan, not a lot of people that I talk to and deal with, man, they have their own business. They're using business credit to do things. I'm learning that now. I'm more pushing myself into it because I should have went and been back and got everything established with my business, but just been coasting it out. I need to get to a point where I go ahead and put everything back in perspective, move that way like I've been moving, instead of staying up under the radar, go ahead and move like I've been doing. Everybody need to have a business license. If you don't LLC your name, your government name, at least LLC an entity that you can use. I mean, look at Trump. Trump he LLC'd his name. There's some stuff gonna be involved to where you're gonna have to, use it that way and get on. But I'm about to get off of here because, like I told you, I was supposed to be a quickie. You know what I say when I get off of here? We here, we gone. Peace.